Let's go next to the caller who is calling in from the 254 area code. Who's calling today from 254?
Hey, David, it's Matt.
Hey, Matt, what's up?
Oh, not too much. Two questions, and they're pretty short. Number one is, how do you do this every day?
I take weekends totally off. That's how.
Well, the reason I ask is, take for example, yesterday. What happened yesterday in the news? We had two big things. We had the Supreme Court saying that Trump's taxes could be withheld for the time being, and then you had before that the court say that McGinn had to testify.
Right.
So you get one good thing, and then minutes later, you get hammered with something that makes it seem like everything's political and justice doesn't exist anymore. And so I'm just wondering what your thoughts are on that issue.
Well, I would actually say it's sadly worse than you're even pointing out, because even the good thing that McGahn has to testify, he has to testify, but even if he does, he can assert executive privilege to every question that's asked. So it's like even hidden in the good result is the reality that we'll probably never get anything substantive out of him. And the theme is that power tends to win because we have two justice systems and two financial systems, et cetera. So I wish I could even agree that it was one good thing and one bad thing. And it was one bad thing and one thinly veiled good thing, which is actually pretty neutral or not so good. So it's actually sadly even worse than you're suggesting.
Well, I agree with you on that, but at the same time, you can't claim executive privilege to cover up a crime. So if McGahn is just testifying to exactly what he said to Mueller and the Mueller report, then I would say that would be a good day for the nation to see McGahn in front of the dais there.
It would. Now, the only thing, Matt, is that my belief is that he would be testifying only under the umbrella of the Ukraine impeachment hearings. So I don't know that the Mueller stuff would necessarily even be part of it, but that remains to be seen.
And then my second question is, what are your thoughts on this whole Gallagher, Navy SEAL? I don't think Trump quite knows exactly what he's doing.
Oh, no.
In this area, with our military, it's a dangerous game he's playing, and he's inserting. And I understand he's the commander in chief.
Sure.
But he's got no real. I mean, he's a businessman. I get that, and he was a real estate businessman. But it was a family-owned business. It wasn't a big corporation. So when you have something like the military, I spent 10 years in the active service, and I'm still in the reserve/IRR, deployed 5 times, 4 to Iraq, 1 to Afghanistan. But it's just one of those things where he's dividing the one thing that shouldn't be divided. Like I was watching Gallagher on Fox News. I'm not sure when he went on, but he was saying that it's all about ego and that the people above him are just out to get him and this, that, and the other. And he's saying that his buddies in the military support him. And
right.
I guess.
Well, let me ask you, Matt, because my view has been that what Donald Trump is doing by pardoning war criminals is very dangerous because it could be seen as a signal to people in active duty that even if you do something which your superiors aren't telling you is okay to do and which the law says isn't okay to do, that you're being sort of signaled by the president that maybe it is sort of okay and that you might end up with a pardon. That's my concern. As someone, you're better positioned to answer this than I am, as someone who actually served, like you said, 5 tours overseas. Is that the way that this decision could be interpreted, that maybe you can get away with more than you're actually told you can get away with?
It's a dangerous thing to undertake. I'll put it that way. It's one of those things where when you join the military, when you go overseas, you receive all kinds of briefings from the JAG officers, this and the other, about the Geneva Convention,
sure,
rules of engagement, your ROE, your rules of engagement, all that stuff, and everything is laid out pretty much in black and white. So it's just one of those things where if Gallagher went over there and he did what he did. I'm not saying that he did anything, significant. He, killed the bad guy, but then he took a picture with, in front of it.
Yep.
Is that necessarily, all that bad? No, but it is against, our rules. So it's one of those things in our law. So it's one of those things where if you did the crime, guess what?
Right.
You signed the contract. You said okay to the laws that govern, what you were doing over there. So I don't have any, no real sympathy. He chose to do what he did. His brothers in arms kind of went against what he did, and I think he got what he deserved. His life wasn't over. I mean, yeah, he was. I mean, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm worried that Trump is dividing the services, and the people who, serve the country faithfully and who do it by the law. They see this, and or I'm worried that they're going to look at this and be like, well, what do we do now?
Right.
How are you going to punish somebody in your ranks for, going outside of the bounds? But yeah, you got Trump in the White House saying, well, this guy did it, and because I can't tell you, because I was in during the surge, and I enlisted in 2002 after 9/11, and I'm still in, not active, but and it's just one of those things where I guess I'm just worried.
I share that concern with you, Matt. Matt, I totally share the concern with you, and I really appreciate you calling in and sharing your perspective. I hope to hear from you again. Thank you so much for the call. Really appreciate it.